Hello, this video is for CIS200 Unit 6 challenge work. So this is on page 5 of lesson 3. We go ahead and click launch activity. It opens up in Cengage, and once it's loaded, we will go ahead and dive into the challenge work. Alrighty, so it essentially wants you to write an assembly language program that sums up a list of 50 numbers that are read in and stored in memory. Gives you an algorithm to translate. So this can be done several ways, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start it. So we'd start with something like clear sum in case it is in storage, right? And we'll leave our comment. So this sets sum equal to 0. Load 1. Store I. Leave a comment for this one. Set I equal to 1. And now we're going to go ahead and do our main loop. So you can just do a comment and call this main loop. Of course, as stated, there are multiple ways to do this, right? So yours may be different. So now we'll do the loop. Load I. Compare limit. What this does is it compares I with 50. And we're going to go ahead and use the jump GT command. Done. And what this does is if I is greater than 50, exit the loop. So it's checking to see if it's greater than 50, right? So now we'll load sum. Bring current total into register R. And then these, you can go ahead and consider them like, we'll call them add-ins, right? We'll say add add A, excuse me. And this adds the current list element. We want it in line. So really we want everything in line for the loop. Get a little off. I can see what the overall goal is. So now after add A, we're going to store the new sum. Save new total. Do you remember those semicolons indicate the beginning of a comment? Now we're going to say load add-ins. Load the literal binary instruction, which is add A, right? Now we'll add 1. What this does is it adds 1 to its memory address field. Store add-ins. So this saves it. Now we're going to load I, right? Should be load I, not load one. So now we're going to load I again. We're going to add one again. We're going to store I. So this is essentially saying that I equals I plus one. Now we'll use the jump loop command, which just essentially does repeat loop, right? Now we can go ahead and say done. Out sum, output final total, halt to stop the execution, right? And then we can list our storage variables. Sum I one data one, and this increments values by one. Limit data 50. This is of course the limit of the loop. And then finally A data 0. And this is the start of the 50 stored numbers. So there we go. We'd go ahead and click File, Save As, right? And then you'd save it as a PDF also. And that's where you would submit the PDF right here. You click Upload Files, navigate to that PDF for Unit 6 challenge work, and submit it. I hope that you found this video helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. Have a great rest of your day.